Hello, and welcome to the Weekly Strike. Going over all the weekend's action from the Premier League, the opening day, or the opening weekend even. A lot of talking points, a lot of goals, and Arsenal. I'll save that for later. Starting off with Hull. They beat Leicester 2-1 at the KC Stadium on Saturday. I must say, fair play to Hull. They haven't got a manager. They've only got 13 senior players fit. And they got the 3 points. I still think Hull will be there or thereabouts come the end of the season. Don't get me wrong, but it's a confidence boosting victory for the Tigers. As for Leicester, it wasn't a fantastic performance. Jamie Vardy definitely had a day to forget. He had a couple of chances, and last year he'd have buried them. And he looked a very frustrated figure on Saturday. Riyad Mahrez, he was very poor. For me, he looked like he wanted to be somewhere else. It didn't look interested. He gave away a lot of passes, went astray. Didn't create very many chances either. But Leicester got off to a losing start, and they only lost 3 games last season. Already lost 1, so I think Leicester will be okay this season. I don't think they're going to go down, but I think they've got to improve. As for Hull, I still think they will be there or thereabouts at the end of the season, but a confidence boosting victory for them. That was 2-1. The 3 o'clock games, Burnley, they lost 1-0 at home to Swansea. I actually thought Burnley would get the victory. I thought they looked quite equipped to get their first win of the season. Had a lot of chances, but unfortunately just couldn't beat Fabianski. Swansea, they impressed me. I thought they would struggle after losing Andre Ayew and Ashley Williams, but that Barrow, I can't remember his first name, he really impressed me. He's very direct and runs at defenders, and he played very well. Probably man of the match, and a cracking goal from Leroy Fer for the Swans to get their first victory of the season. That was 1-0 at Turf Moor. Another away win was West Bromwich Albion at Selhurst Park. They beat Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, I said this on Thursday for the predictions. Palace have got to get out of this habit of losing 5 games, winning 5 games. They needed to get the victory on Saturday. To put a marker down. They've got a lot of money for Balassi. And I think Palace are going to struggle this season. They were very good last season. At the start of the season, they were up to 5th or 4th. But then come Christmas time, they were poor, and they were in a relegation battle. They can't do that again, because I think if they do that again, they're going to go down. I don't think they will go down, but it wasn't a great performance from Crystal Palace, and a good goal from Solomon Rondon. I like him a lot. He's a good player. Took his header very well. And that was 1-0 at Selhurst Park. A draw at Goodison Park. Everton versus Spurs. It was a game of 2 halves, actually. Ross Barkley scored somehow it went in the back of the net from about 40 yards out. No one got a touch onto it. That was 1-0 for Everton. And then second half, Spurs, they got into the game more. Very good goal from Eric Lamela. Took his goal very well. That Vincent Janssen, he looked quite a good player. Probably should have scored, but it was a very entertaining game of football. I think both sides will score plenty of goals this season. Cracking game, and that was 1-1 at Goodison Park. Another score draw, a lot of draws. Borough, they drew with Stoke. Alvaro Negredo scored on his Riverside debut. Very good goal as well. And Borough looked like they were going to go on and win the game. But a cracking goal from Xherdan Shaqiri. What a player he is. He's a very, very good player. He's got a cracking goal. Also, another little point I'd like to make about the... I'm sure you've seen the new rules regarding dissent, about if players swear at the referee, they get a yellow card. We saw that twice at the Riverside. Shay Given got booked, because I can't remember the player who got brought down, or got fouled even. Shay Given ran about 25 yards and had to go at the referee, and the ref was like, yellow card. And it also happened to Marko Arnautovic, who got brought down in pretty much the last kick of the game, got brought down and flung his hand up in the air to the referee. Obviously said something that the referee didn't like, and he got booked. I mean, we like seeing that. We like, it's difficult. I think the referees have got to control that, because I don't think you can book every single player for say something to the referee. Otherwise, it'll go mad. You said something to me, or you booked. I mean, if you abuse the referee, then yes, yellow card, red card. But if you're going, referee, what are you doing? You can't book the player for that, because, it takes the passion out if you just, I'll book you just because I don't know what you said. So that was 1-1 at the River Side. Another 1-1 draw was at St Mary's, Southampton versus Watford. Etienne Capoue put the Hornets at 1-0 up with a very good finish. And Nathan Redmond scored on his Southampton debut, but they couldn't beat Watford, who were down to 10 men. Ben Watson got sent off for bringing down Shane Long. I like Shane Long. I think he's a massively underrated player. He runs the defences. He's got a lot of pace on him, and I think he's a good player. Southampton, I thought they'd win, to be fair, but fair play to Watford. They ground out a 1-1 draw there. It was 1-0. The evening kick-off on Saturday was Manchester City. They beat Sunderland by 2-1. A win's a win. It wasn't massively impressive from Manchester City. An early penalty from Sergio Aguero and a very late winner, an own goal from Paddy McNair. It wasn't fantastic, I must say, but a win's a win. 3 points that's all that matters. Sunderland, they did play very well, actually. I think that defensively they played well, and Jermaine Defoe, for me, he has cemented his place in the England squad for the qualifiers or the friendlies coming up. Because I think, how can he not be in the England team? He has scored now for the 16th Premier League season in a row. So he's got to be in the team for me, in the England team. He took his goal very well, and massive. He's got to be in the England team for me. Very good player. Moving on to Sunday. Bournemouth, they lost to Manchester United by 3-1. It was a pretty routine victory for United. Goals from Juan Mata, Wayne Rooney and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It was pretty routine. Bournemouth, they didn't look fantastic, I must say, and this is why I struggle. I think they'll struggle this season. I think teams might have just found them out a little bit. It wasn't great. I like Eddie Howe. I like Bournemouth. I like to see them in the Premier League. I just think they're going to struggle this season. Cracking goal from Zlatan as well. Scored his first Premier League goal for the Reds. It was 3-1. The 4:00 kickoff on Sunday. Arsenal versus Liverpool. For a neutral, it was a cracking game of football. As an Arsenal fan, it was horrible. Horrible. It started off okay. Theo Walcott scored a lovely goal, made up for his penalty miss. Not that I understand why he was taking penalties in the first place, because you've got Alexis Sanchez, who's won the Copa America by taking penalties. Surely he's better than Walcott by taking penalties. Obviously not. What do I know? But it was a poor penalty. And after winning 1-0, and then pretty much the last kick of the first half, a fantastic free kick from Philippe Coutinho. You could analyse it, say it wasn't a foul. It probably wasn't a foul, but the referee gave it, and it was a wonderful goal. And Liverpool went into it at half-time in good spirits, and the second half, it was a complete and utter capitulation by Arsenal. 14 minutes of absolute madness. Coutinho scored his second, Adam Lallana and Sadio Mane even. Very good goals. Poor defensively by Arsenal, especially for the Mane goal. I know he took it fantastically well, but he should never have been able to get past Monreal. Monreal should have just kicked him up in the air, gave away the free kick, and that attack is gone. I felt very sorry for Callum Chambers and Rob Holden on Sunday. I can't attach any blame to them two for what happened. Massively underexperienced. They tried their best, and I feel that they were neglected by the manager. 3 weeks ago, Per Mertesacker got injured against Lons, and he's out for 5 months. And we didn't buy a defender then. Even that week we should have gone out and bought a defender then. And then 2 weeks ago, Gabriel gets injured. He's out for 8 weeks again. We dilly-dally about after that Mustafi, yes, no, agreeing on a fee, blah, blah, blah. If you fail to prepare, then prepare to fail. And Arsene Wenger, against Man City, he said that we're physically ready, and we lose on Sunday, and he comes out and says that we're not ready. It's excuse after excuse after excuse, and, I was actually looking forward to this season. I was actually a bit more confident about it, but after Sunday already, the first weekend of the season, and I'm already thinking, oh God, it's going to be a long, long season. I'm going to Leicester away on Saturday, and I was excited about it, but now I'm like, oh God, I'm going to go regardless, but I'm a little bit dreading it now. As for Liverpool, they were very good going forwards. I think both sides are dreadful defending, at defending. I don't. Liverpool are very good going forward, but I don't think anyone's going to fear them at the back. They've got an absolute moron, Alberto Moreno. For as bad as Arsenal were defensively, he's just as bad. He's awful. And people might disagree with me, saying, "Well, he's not. He is. He's very bad." And as for that man bun, oh dear, that's the thing that I'd ban from football straight away. And there's a couple of Liverpool players on Sunday, Moreno and Firmino. They both had man buns, and just cut them off, lads. Just please cut them off. It's not a good look. Any bloke who thinks a man bun's a good look, it's not. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's a very frustrating day for the Arsenal. Left me quite angry on Sunday. I was a very angry person, but it was bad. It was bad, and Arsenal need to buy a centre back. We're still in talks with Mustafi. I don't know what talks we're doing here. It's literally, I think it is. Do you want to come to us? Yes. Okay. How much do you think he's worth, Valencia? We think 30 million. We think 25. Well, we want 30. Okay, 28. No, we want 30. Okay, 29. And I just get the business done early. It's not hard. Just get it done early. It just absolutely baffles me. I can't get my head around it. I can't. But I'm sure many more times this season you'll see me ranting and raving about Arsenal, because it's only the first weekend and already I'm fed up. It was 4-3 to Liverpool on Sunday. Cracking game of football if you're neutral or a Liverpool fan. Not so great if you're an Arsenal fan. So that was 4-3. Last night, Monday Night Football, Chelsea hosted West Ham United at Stamford Bridge. I won't really talk about the first half, because the first half was probably the most boring first half I've ever seen. It was boring. Absolute rubbish game of football. Second half, Chelsea won a penalty very early on and Hazard scored it. Very good penalty. West Ham equalised from James Collins. West Ham, they were okay last night. I don't think they were fantastic. They, took them a while to get into the game, but when they did, they looked a threat. And Costa scored the winner. Lovely finish. Speaking about Diego Costa, I'm sure people who know me knows that I'm not his biggest fan. I know he scored a great goal. He got booked for dissent. And in my opinion, I'm not saying it because I don't like him. I'm saying it because he should have been sent off. He lunged into Adrian. I know Adrian was being silly on the ball and what he was quite doing, to be honest with you. But he didn't win the ball. He lunged in, and surely on the letter of the law, that is a second yellow card. I don't understand why the referee didn't give it. He gave it a free kick. We didn't give the yellow card. I find it very, very bizarre. And also, when he did score the winner, he went into the Chelsea fans, and surely, again, the letter of the law, it's a yellow card. I just don't understand. Consistency is a problem. I can guarantee if Andy Carroll would have scored the winner and then gone into West Ham fans, he'd have been booked. I just don't understand it. Second half was a good second half, I must say. I enjoyed the second half. We saw some goals, but first half was rubbish. But a win's a win, doesn't matter. And already Arsenal are behind the rivals, and it's just, oh dear, I'm not looking forward to this season now, that's all. But that is my review of the opening weekend's action. I'll be back Thursday or Friday for my predictions for this weekend, including Friday Night Football. Man United host Southampton at Old Trafford. Friday Night Football, love it. But yeah, I'll be back on Thursday or Friday, and thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Cheers.